Jade, the 57th Warframe added to the game, becomes available only after completion of the Jade Shadows quest, which itself requires the new war to be completed. As she's been out for a little moment now, I know many of you already have at least one Jade built. Still, let's see how long it actually takes to farm her, and importantly, how long it takes to get a second copy for the Helminth. I'm Nick Engineer, let's solve a practical problem. Obtaining Jade is a surprisingly simple process. In fact, the resources required to build her are exceptionally ordinary. No Intrati Lanthorns, no Differi resources, nothing you can't get by ordinary gameplay around the basic star chart. She doesn't even require Argon crystals. By the time you've got Jade's blueprints, you can probably build her instantly. Seeing as resources aren't a concern, the only thing to do is get the blueprint pieces. Each of her neuroptics, chassis and systems all drop from the same mission, Brutus on Uranus. Whether you complete the mission during the current event or do it later on, all those pieces have a 5% drop chance each. On its own, this would necessitate a lot of runs for most players to be able to complete the frame. However, this is not the only way to get her parts. When you complete the Brutus mission, you are awarded vestigial modes, which act as a currency with Ordis' shop. Yes, Ordis has a job now. These vestigial modes are awarded based on whether you did the mission on normal mode or steel path, and whether you defeated a summoned Sister of Parvos or not. On normal mode, you'll earn 11 to 13 vestigial modes from the mission itself, and 5 to 7 from killing the Sister of Parvos. On steel path, those values climb to 16 to 18 for the mission itself, and 8 to 10 for defeating a Sister. That's an average of 18 motes on normal mode, and 26 motes on steel path. There is no reason not to fight the Sister of Parvos, so I'm not going to give you numbers for failing to complete that optional objective. These vestigial modes can be traded to Ordis at a rate of 150 for a part blueprint or 450 for Jade's main blueprint. For casual play, the mission can be completed in about 8 minutes give or take. With tactical gameplay, the mission can be done in 5 to 6 minutes instead. So we've got the drop rates, the bad luck prevention system with the modes, and mission time. How long will it take? For the first Jade, where you already have a main blueprint from the quest, nearly 40% of players will have a full set within 11 runs of the mission on steel path. At 6 to 8 minutes a mission, that's about 1 to 1.5 hours. Then, on the 12th mission, a further 46.4% of players will complete the set, with the remaining roughly 14% of players finishing the set within the next 7 runs at most. This huge spike of 46% completion on the 12th run is because of those vestigial motes. On that 12th run, the average motes earned reaches 312, enough to purchase 2 of Jade's parts. At a 15% chance per run of obtaining a part, most people will have earned at least 1 part by that 12th run, making the full set completable right there and then. Only 0.07% of players can get to 12 seal path runs with 12 sisters defeated and not come away with 300 vestigial modes. So for steel path, this comes out to a mean of 65 minutes in 6-minute missions, up to 87 minutes in 8-minute missions. On normal mode, the significantly lower rate of getting vestigial motes slows down the farm a lot. The first part breakpoint at 150 motes kicks in on run 9 on normal mode, versus only run 6 on steel path, with 30% of players finishing their first Jade by the 9th run. Nearly 30% more will pick up missing Jade piece between runs 10 and 16, while just over 31% of players will be finished on run 17, as the second piece becomes affordable from Ordis. This leaves the remaining 9% of players needing to run anywhere from 18 to 27 runs to finish up their sets. Taking again those 6 or 8 minute mission times for tactical or casual play, that's a mean of 82 to 109 minutes, with median of 84 to 112. In essence, it's a 1.5 to 2 hour farm on normal mode on average, maxing out at 3.5 hours if you're both slow and unlucky. But this only gets you your first Jade, with nearly 99% of steel path players and 96% of normal mode players having to use Ordis' shop to finish up as quickly as possible. If you then want a second Jade to feed to the Helminth system, the farm becomes longer. You not only need her parts, but now also a second blueprint, an unavoidable 450 vestigial mode requirement. On steel path, at an average of 26 modes per run, this means 18 runs just to be able to afford the main blueprint. By that 18th run though, over 20% of players would have also got all 3 Jade part blueprints, and in fact 1% of players would roll sufficiently above average vestigial mote drops to be finished in 17 runs. Half of all players will get the right combo of motes and parts by runs 23 or 24, and only the very unlucky would need more than 30 runs. Time-wise, that's 139 to 185 minutes based on your mission efficiency, putting us at 2.5 to 3 hours on average, as long as 5 hours for the slow and again unlucky. If you're farming a second Jade on normal mode instead, this will naturally take longer still. Barring the extremely lucky, the first moment you'll be able to afford a full second Jade set on normal mode will be run 25. About 20% of players would finish the farm then, and another 19% on run 26. Over 90% of normal mode players will be done by mission 34, and only the really unlucky still going after mission 42. That's an average of 182 to 244 minutes, i.e. 3 to 4 hours of normal mode running to get a full second Jade. The slow and really unlucky will finish up just shy of 7 hours. Steel Path is a massive time saver in farming Jade, and so is playing to the mission's design as much as possible. There are a few things you can do to keep the mission quick. First and most obvious is to not let the objective stop. This means the initial console must be defended, the elevator must always be powered, and the pod must never run out of shields. Any of those happening is time spent not moving forwards and will slow you down. Secondly, the elevator can be powered by not just normal power cores from enemies, but also M-powered ones that spawn around the map as the elevator ascends, appearing on subsequent floors as the elevator gets close to them. These special cores have an extra resplendent nature to them and will increase the speed of the elevator to 3 times normal. When you add such a core to the elevator, you'll get 20 seconds of speed boost. If another empowered core is thrown in while there is still some boost remaining, you only get 10 seconds of boost time added. Due to this, it's smarter to only throw in the next one when the old one expires. Use normal cores to ensure the elevator remains powered between running out of one boost and starting the next. Flying frames like Titania are very good at quickly navigating the map for these cores. Thirdly, tying into the whole getting cores process, the elevator doesn't need to be defended. It has no hit points, no reversal mechanic. So long as it is powered, the corpus can do nothing to stop it moving. This means you don't need to stay on the pad and should absolutely be mobile, looking for cores and kills. Finally, be set up to take down the Sister Parvos quickly. The time spent killing her is again time spent not moving forwards. The Sister Parvos that spawns in the mission shows a weakness to magnetic and puncture on the synthesis scanner, just like normal corpus. Beyond that, and aiming for the head, Banshee is exceptionally effective. She can both silence all the Xmas units to make Jade beams a non-threat, and she can apply both sonar and armor strip to the sister to make kills quicker. Combining this all together, you'll have reliably quick missions, churning through the moat gathering, and can get Jade as quickly as your luck will allow it. I have it on Trust Me Bro authority that subscribing to this channel increases your luck by 69%, or 420% if you join up on Patreon too. Surely you do not want to miss out on that. In any case, that's all from me for now, so as always, be swift, ride lifts, and fight well, Tenno.